Good evening, everyone. It's Wednesday, 9 p.m. Brazil time, and it is time for class. It's time for Wednesday live lesson, and we have a very nice topic tonight. We're gonna, talk about two ideas that are actually making you a little bit more distant from the 2% English than you might like to. If you don't know me, I am Renata. Welcome to class. I'm a teacher. I have been one for the past 15 years, and I've never lived abroad. And along with my partner MC, we are here to help you take your English from okay to the English that only 2% of Brazilian professionals actually speak. Hi, Fernanda. Welcome, Gold Digger. Welcome. Marcinho, Bruna, Fernando. Welcome, Alex, Dirceu, Priscila. A lot of folks coming in. Hi, Chad, our Canadian guest. Hi, Ka. Welcome. And let's say hi to MC. She hasn't been here with us for a short while. Missed her. Okay, I think. Okay, we got it. Okay. Hi, partner.
Hey, hello everyone. I missed you all.
Say hi to MC, everybody. She's back. Marcinho, the topic today is the 2% English is more distant. Right here. Oh, actually, I have to get the mirror. But anyway, the 2% English is more distant if you believe these two ideas. Okay, so these two ideas are probably getting in the way of your English, getting in the way of the 2% English, okay? If you like the topic, please hit the little heart below to invite more people in. We really think these can be game changers for your English, all right? And remember, the 2% English is the English that will open any door to any professional challenge that you want, that you are looking for, that you are planning, that you are going after, all right? So hi Mia, hi Sheila, hi Belize, Sonia, Ingrid, hello everybody, hello. Okay, dokie, so partner, how are we today?
We are good and excited to hear more about the challenges.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna be a little creepier because I want to find the filter that actually mirrors my screen. Okay, I think it's here. Oh God, why didn't I just start off?
Not that one. Not that one.
Not that one either. Oh man, Instagram just messes up it's usually like right in the
Well,
middle.
but if
So
you're playing
easy.
that way, I'm gonna choose a filter here for me too.
Okay, let me just, oh, I think I got, no. Okay, 1 second,
Like it.
everybody. Sorry for this short little, okay, no. Oh God. Oh, okay, there you go. Got it. Okay, this is me like inverted. It doesn't look like it, but it is, okay? So here you go. This is the topic of the evening. The 2% English is more distant if you believe these two ideas. And as usual, my perspective, the English teacher's perspective, and MC's perspective, the market, how English works on a daily basis in the real world, a real global corporation and how things happen with her. She's going to share her experience. So we're going to give you these 2 points of view over the topic of the class. All right. If you're not used to that, this is pretty much how we roll. I'm always here to give you the English teacher's point of view, perspective, with my experience. And MC is all the way in Canada sharing her experience working with English every single day in a managerial position that requires English every single day. So we're going to talk about that tonight, okay?
Oh,
So,
by the way, hello from Brazil today.
yes, that's right. She's still in Brazil for a couple more days, then she's back to Canada, right, partner?
Back on Friday, and I'll be home on Saturday.
Yeah. Hi, Nalu, another gold digger joining in. Oh, gold digger, by the way, if you don't know what I mean, go back a few posts. I did a very short reel explaining what gold diggers are and who they are. So let's get started, okay? So partner, can I start?
Please go ahead.
Okay, all right. So basically, the first idea, or if you have heard, you may have heard this term in Portuguese, a limiting belief. It's something that you believe in, but actually limits and doesn't let you reach your goals, you know, like get where you need to. So the first one is, I just need to improve my communication at work. This is the first limiting belief, or the first idea that is actually a partner. There's a little bit of feedback from my voice. Can you turn down the volume just a little bit? Because I can hear myself. You're not wearing the headphones, right?
I am.
You are? Oh, okay. Still, I was able to hear my own voice. Okay, so I just need to improve my communication at work. Like, all I need to do is improve my communication. So the key word here is communication and just. All I need to do is improve my communication. Why is this something that is leaving you a little bit locked or trapped in the same place? Okay, it might be leaving you trapped, you know, in the same place. The thing is, communication, mere communication, is something that dogs can do, that primates can do, that the human being has been able to do, you know, for years, thousands and thousands of years. So what we need to get to the 2% English is not mere communication, okay? It's much more than that. Let me tell you a little story. I remember this anecdote from college. You know, I heard this the first time when I was in college. If you MC, I think there's like a whenever I'm quiet, there's a lot of noise. I think what you can do while you're not speaking is turn off the mic. I don't know why. That never happens with your. Is anybody else hearing that? Like whoa, 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 like cars in the back. I don't know, something like that.
Oh, it can be cars in the back, and it can be the air conditioning, but it's
No, I
quiet. I
think
don't
I
know.
think I think your AirPods are not on actually. Are they on?
Yeah, I can hear you from here.
Yeah? Or the mic? I don't know, because it feels like there's echo.
I'll try
Usually there
without it.
isn't.
I'll try without it.
Okay. Okay. So, is it
Yeah.
okay?
Is it better?
No, it's the same. That's why I think there
I'll
might be something.
self then.
Okay. So, all right. This little story I heard when I was in college. I majored in psychology, if you don't know. So I remember the professor telling us the story, and it was something that I never forgot. You know, there was this gorilla, and he just came. Okay, not loud though. Okay, Finan, thank you for the feedback. So there were two gorillas, and then one was, you know, talking to the other like, "Hey man, you have like no idea what happened to me. I was just hanging on top of my tree, you know, minding my own business, having a great day, when all of a sudden I just heard like someone scream, 'Watch out, gunshot.'" And then the gorilla kept on telling the story, you know, how the day was adventurous and how brave he was and what he did, etc., acting the whole story out. And then when he realized, like he turned, he realized his friend was gone. He was not there anymore, listening to the story. It's like, what happened? Where is he? Where did he go? Turns out, as soon as the gorilla told the story and said, "Watch out," retelling, you know, something that someone had said, the other gorilla understood it was a message for him to watch out because there was a gun around, and then he just ran away. Basically, that's the difference between the human communication and the animal communication. We are able to symbolize things. We understand the context. We understand that when you are telling me a story about a gunshot, about watching out, I don't have to worry about watching out. I know that this happened at a different time and at a different place, you know, so this symbolism of the language is something that we humans can do. So see, communicating simple things, everyday things like do this, do that, simple tasks is something that demands a level of communication or a level of language that's not so abstract, that's not so, that it doesn't have so many levels and so many layers. When you are in the workplace, when you are reaching, when you want to reach higher positions, when you are already in a position that demands complex communication, like having to deal with people and feelings and interpersonal relationships, relations, like how you're going to handle a problem with a client or with your boss, how you're going to talk to your boss about something delicate. These fine elements of the communication that you need are in the 2%. So if you see all of that, you will understand that it's not just about communicating. It's levels of communication that once you understand, okay, so I need to go up another level and I need another level, then you reach the 2% English. If you feel like communicating is enough, that's not really, you need more than that. So just communication, remember, I told you about these two words here. I just need to improve my communication at work. This is not true. And if you believe this, and you enter a conversation class, or you enter a meeting, you enter any kind of situation where you will be using your English, to practice or the real deal, and you think that's all you need, then you won't be ready for all the challenges that you will have to face. So what I tell our students, our goal diggers, like Fernanda, like Nalu, who are watching here with us tonight, what I tell them, let me see if there's anyone else here. Okay, I don't think so. What I tell them is, okay, so you are having a conversation class, you got into that moment where you will need to use your English. Awesome. You are going to focus on improving, focus on the best English, focus on the recently learned vocabulary, the uncomfortable English. That is going to take you, the clear-cut English that we talk about a lot here at Fluent For Real. That's going to help you. That mentality of, I need more than just mere communication is going to take you there. I want to give you steps. I want to give you practical tips, but not before MC shares her tips, okay? So stay with us. Now I'm going to pass the baton over to MC, and she's going to share her experience, and then I'm going to give my tips. Practical. You're mute. Oh, you're on mute. That's unusual, right?
And that happens like at least once a day at work, and that's normal, I guess. But anyway, yeah, that topic is really sensitive because a lot of people they believe, and they truly believe, that just being understood is enough. And that's when Renata was mentioning the ladder. You need to kind of go a level up, because otherwise you're going to be understood. That's okay, and that's good for you, because that's a principle of the communication. That's nice. But if you're aiming at bigger challenges, let's say you want to be hired in a great position in a company where there's no other Brazilians, your English can decide if you are going to be hired or not. Communication at the right level, making sure that you go from formal to informal whenever is necessary, and vice versa. It's very critical at the workplace. Like we've said many times before, if you're worried just for like travel purposes or other things like that, if you can get by, that's fine. That's great for you. You're gonna get whatever you need. But when it comes to the professional world, you need to be mindful of that. The communication, it has some layers that you need to master, that you need to understand better, and you need to be aware of everything that you need to improve. And that's going to open the doors, and the doors that I know that you want opened. Now you're on mute, Renata.
Sorry. I I'm not sure if you agree with me, but when it comes to that level of communication, of language, right? What we call here at Fluent For Real, clear cut. The heart of the abstract communication, problem solving, complex problem solving through abstract language and so on. I feel that because when we are on a more basic level. Let's use that word because I think everybody's more familiarized with the word basic. We don't know how to communicate using more elaborate structure or vocabulary. So we find a way to do it. We manage to do it, right? And then when we get to, okay, now is the time to make that switch, like go up a level. It's hard because this is already comfortable. I know how to say this. It's not the best way, but I kind of know how to say it. And that's what we have to be aware of, like don't let yourself stay there. Don't let yourself stay at that level, like, oh, it's okay because I can just do it and I can be understood. No, use the idiomatic way, the natural way, the way that a native speaker or a fluent speaker, I always like to use those two words because we are not here to be copycats of native speakers. We are here to speak great English, and many times fluent speakers, Italians, Germans, people from other nationalities that speak great English, they will also want us, they will need our communication to be the 2% English, and depending on what you are doing, depending on your goals, as MC said. So don't be comfortable with like, I kind of learned a way to do it, so now I just know how to do it. No, change it, use the new way, use the more dramatic way, the more clear-cut way.
Yeah. And before we jump to the question that Fernando posted here, Fernando, I'll get to that in a moment. Something really important for us to think about is that in the corporate world, especially, communication is already challenging enough, regardless of language barrier. I was in a meeting yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, and the problem was to understand a request. For person A, it was clear what it was being asked. But for many people in the meeting, it was not so clear, and they just needed to confirm the understanding, like what exactly is expected and why it's expected. And I'm talking about a conversation between native speakers. Now, throw in that situation language barrier because you are not prepared enough to have that conversation. It's going to be challenging for you to be listened to, for you to voice over your concerns, for people to pay attention at you, because sometimes it's exhausting. Sometimes it's like past 5 p.m. and you've worked all day and your brain is not even functioning that well. If you're not able to communicate well and to make requests, to make sure people that are going to follow your lead understands you, that's a challenge that you don't want to face. Trust me, you want to be understood at a point that this is not going to be another layer of complexity in the workplace, because otherwise doors will not be opened. And now
hit the little heart here for us if you're so concentrated that you forgot to do it. So leave the little heart here. Hit the heart. Okay, Fernando has a question.
Yeah. So how do you feel when you're listening to Renata's English, and then you go to work, and then you have to listen to native speakers talking? What are the challenges that you face? Okay. So that's interesting because a lot of people, they say, well, but it's easier to understand another Brazilian speaking English. And that's common because we tend to have the same intonation, pronunciation, and we tend to make the same mistakes. And even when a Brazilian person makes mistake, you can understand where she's coming from or where he's coming from. The point here is, when you are in the real world with different people from all over the world speaking English to you, you're going to notice the challenge of different accents. and different terminologies, the cultural aspects embedded in the language as well. But you know what? That's like peanuts compared to the overall. You need, if you have a strong foundation, that you're gonna pick it up so easily, and that's not gonna be a problem to you. I remember having a struggle to understand people from a specific province here in, not here, but in Canada. And I remember back then it was a phone all the time, not Teams meetings, Zoom meetings, whatever. And I remember pressing the phone so hard on my ears that just so I could understand. But that was an accent problem, and that's like a one-off situation. It's not common anymore. And you're able to understand, okay, this is subtle, but that's the difference. And the only struggle that I had, like real struggle, was with nationalities that I didn't understand where they were coming from with their own mistakes. Japanese, as an example. But you know what? That was once in a lifetime thing that I had to deal with. It's not a regular thing. And it, again, if you have a strong foundation, this is going to be like a piece of cake.
Yeah. And about the, like, I can understand my teacher, but I can't understand anyone else. First of all, if you are here and you can follow this live lesson, this live stream, consider yourself, I wouldn't say lucky because you got here because of your effort, out of a lot of hard work. So consider yourself, I don't know, lucky, hardworking, dedicated, and, skilled, because it's not easy to understand someone speaking English 100% of the time. So look at this like, don't look at this like, oh, I can understand you, but all right, practice your listening abilities to understand anyone, to understand different nationalities, different people. Understanding only one person is really not enough. But be happy, be really
Yeah.
happy, because there are so many people that cannot be here and understand not even 50% of what we are saying. Okay, so good for you.
And there's work
Congrats.
to be done. If you don't understand natives, there's work to be done. Maybe it's vocabulary, maybe it's expressions, idiomatic expressions
Mm-hmm.
to understand and master. Maybe it's pronunciation and intonation or something that you're not used to. But anyway, it just shows that you have room for improvement, and you need to be aware of your gaps. And that's something,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a topic for a whole other class, awareness. So let's get to the tips. Idea number one, that you should avoid, or you should stop believing, and understand the the expansion of this. I just need to improve my communication at work. The key words being just and communication. No, it's more than just communication. And how are you going to do that? Okay, so you're going to get input on those skills, the skills that go beyond mere communication, idiomatic, natural English, the clear-cut part of the language, okay? Example, I want to watch, I'm going to practice my listening abilities, and I want to expand my vocabulary through a TV show, through a TED video, through, a video that's not a class. What are you going to choose? Are you going to choose a sitcom like Friends that has everyday English, that has a lot of idiomatic language as well, but everyday English? Okay, that's one thing you're going to be aiming at. Phrasal verbs that I can use in a regular everyday situation, but I have to be careful about them. In some more formal situations, I might not be able to use them. Great. Or do you want to go straight to something more technical of your area? I'm a lawyer. I'm going to watch Suits. I'm an engineer. I'm going to go on to Netflix and get an episode of an engineering or architecture, reality show, which I actually pretty much personally love to watch. Um, if you want, we have a class about that. It's called Which TV Shows Made Our English More Clear Cut? MC and I spoke for 30 minutes about exactly that. TV shows that made our English more clear cut, more idiomatic, more natural. Okay, so you can watch that. I'm going to leave it in stories on stories after class, so you can go grab the link straight, okay? But anyway, all right, and are you gonna just watch them? No, you're gonna study them, okay? Watch 10 minutes, 15, grab one or two or three expressions that you want to use, write them down, make your own dictionary. Do you see yourself using them, or are you just finding them cool expressions? Look at think about your context, your workplace, things that you are always communicating about, words that you are using. Grab those and make your own dictionary, okay? Avoid classes that use translation, that use Portuguese. If you want the clear-cut English, you have to get away from Portuguese. You have to make your English 100% English. The input is in English. The output is in English. No more Portuguese, all right? Or it's going to be farther and farther away from you. And pushing yourself to use what you're learning through that input. Like I said, you go to a conversation class. Do you have a teacher, or do you have, I don't know, the opportunity to talk to a friend in English? Conversation class. You need to turn on that awareness mode and just say, I'm not going to use the basic anymore. I'm going to use the new structure that I learned. I'm going to use the modal verb that I learned. I'm going to use the conditional, using would have, for example, instead of the old basic, if I do this, this will happen. So but it has to come from you guys. When I'm guiding my students in conversation class, I'm always reminding them of that, But I can't control my students and go like, hey, all the time, interrupting them 100 times. Hey, that's too basic. That's okay English. Go to the clear cut. It's something that I throw in every now and then, but if you have that button on, I see the miracle that it can perform, in the students that are always pushing themselves into more, out of the comfort zone, Don't be shy to show your best English. Don't be like, oh, I'm going to sound like this or like that if I try to use something more idiomatic. Come on. If that's something that's getting in your way, don't let that get in your way, okay? Use your best English whenever you can. And last but not least, don't look at synonyms and similar words as useless. I don't know if you have this, but most people think, oh, so this new word means this. I already know this. Why should I learn another one? Oh, come on. I'm just going to keep using the one that I know. It's comfortable for me. Why should I, use memory and learn another one? Okay, this is the secret to the 2% English. Having options. Knowing when to use a simpler word, a more basic adjective, and something a little more complex, more sophisticated, more detailed. Sometimes they are similar, but not exactly the same thing, okay? So don't look at synonyms and similarities as something useless. And you will tend to do that. I'm pretty sure you will. Your brain will go like, save memory. Don't invest too much time because it's so similar to what you already know. But you need it. You probably need it, okay?
And
all right.
The time for here, it's 9:37. And
okay.
I guess in order to go deep enough in the other topic, how about we have the next live on that subject?
Well, we could do that. Okay, then I would need to change the title of just change the title of the live stream for this idea. Yeah, we ended up talking a lot about it,
But because we
I
have
think it's a good idea. I think it sounds good because the second topic is actually also something that, is something that we need a lot. How about I leave a spoiler?
I like that.
Okay, so the second idea, which will be next week's topic, okay, is exactly the second limiting belief. All I need is to learn more. I need to learn more than I know today. All I need is to learn more. Okay, then we will explain why this idea limits you and does not let you move forward and reach the 2% English, keeps the 2% English more distant than you would like it to be.
I
Deal?
love that topic, and you're gonna learn a lot. Trust me. Um,
Yes.
it's not true.
Yeah. And you, my friend, I know that you have invested a lot of time in your English already. I know you're not like beginning your journey. We know that. We know that you have invested time and money, and you may even be a little tired, of all that and a little frustrated. So, this class will help you understand and, reach your goals and break a lot of barriers, all right? So, basically, if you are here, the link to the video, the show that we recommend will be on stories, all right? Stay tuned because all the links, this live lesson will go on to YouTube. It will become a podcast. It's going to be all over social media. If you want all the links, go to our Telegram group, okay, which will also be linked on stories. Or just DM me for the link because sometimes Instagram knows that I'm linking a Telegram link and they just drop the reach and nobody sees the story. It's so nice how they do it. But anyway, so be ready for all the links soon, okay? And thank you all so much for coming, for watching. If you have just joined in, the live lesson will be, up right immediately, right after this on our feed. Wow, okay. Woo, I think I've spent my quota of talking for the evening. All righty. So thank you all for joining, right, MC?
Absolutely. And we'll see you again next week live at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Oops, at 9 p.m. Brazil time or 8 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yes, and it will be 8 p.m. for you since you will be back at home, right? Back to Canada next week.
Yeah, just so you know, today I freaked out at 7:45. I was like, oh my God, I have a live stream in 15 minutes. No, it's 9 in Brazil.
Yeah. Okay. So just to wrap up, Fernando said, as you suggested, I have installed the Longman Dictionary. It helped a lot. Great, Fernando. English, English, dictionary, English, English, input. Awesome. Great job, okay? Thank you for joining us, Fernando. Thank you, Mia. I've never heard clear cut before. Okay, so I think we have some lessons here to suggest. All right, Mia or Mia, I'm not sure. I forgot how to pronounce your name. Me, right? Me as in Michelle? Or I'm crazy. Okay. Thank you all. Thank you all. Bye-bye. Have a great night. Have a great one. And we will see you soon. And we will see you live next week. Okay? Bye-bye. Bye, partner.
Bye-bye. Have a great evening.
Bye-bye.